Hey everyone, welcome back to the Outdoor Tracks channel. And just real quick, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe. The channel is new and I could really use your support. Those of you who are already subscribed, thank you for watching the videos and supporting the channel. So yesterday I did some maintenance on the Jeep and hopefully you watched that video. I'll go ahead and see if I can post it up here. And then today, or tonight I should say, I'm always working at night, but tonight I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this, the Tazer JL Mini. So stay tuned. All right, hey again. So, Tazer JL Mini. I bought this right after I got the Jeep and I had it installed, but I had to take the Jeep down to the dealership to get some troubleshooting done on the electrical system. And this was a while ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and reinstall this, marry it to the vehicle, and then update the settings and see if there's any software updates that need to be done on the Tazer JL Mini. Here we go. All right, so if you're considering getting the Tazer JL, and I'm not sponsored by Tazer or anything, it's just I think this is a really cool device because of all the features that it unlocks in the vehicle. But to install it, so you can see it has these plugs here, right? And they're on the back of the OBD2 port. So pretty much on every vehicle is going to be up here under the driver's side. So there's the actual plug right there. And what I need to do is disconnect the wiring harness from the back side of that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this holding the camera, so I'll be right back. All right, had to be a little bit of a contortionist here, but if you can see up there, those two plugs are the ones that I need. And so let me go grab them. Okay. That wasn't fun at all, so be prepared. It's a really tight fit to get up in there and get those out. But once you get those two plugs out, this is what they look like on the end. All right, so you got kind of a bigger one and then a slightly smaller plug. And so let me see if I can do this in a way where you can see what I'm doing. So all I got to do is match up the plugs now. Big one goes in the big slot, and the smaller one goes there. So you can see I've got power now. And I'm going to leave it dangling down here because I need to do an update. It's been a while since it's been plugged in, so I need to make sure that the software is updated. All right, so that's installed, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check for software update before I actually marry it to the vehicle. So what you need is a USB mini plug like this, and I already got it plugged in the computer, so hold on a second. Let me plug it into the actual Tazer. All right, so it's plugged in and it's communicating. So now we just need to go to the Automotive program. Hurry up. And then we just go to update device. Hit check for updates. And install new firmware. As you see, it's writing the firmware and it's communicating with the device. So I'll let it finish that and then I'll come back. All right, it's just about done. And there we go. So I'll do one more check for updates just to make sure it's good. And your Tazer JL is already at the latest version. All right, so once that's done, we can go into configure device. And this is the settings for the light show. So I already had it pre-programmed before, and it looks like it kept the ones that I had in there before. It did, so I don't have to reconfigure that. So let's go ahead and exit. And close it out, unplug it. And we are done with the computer. So next thing I need to do is go marry it to the Jeep. Now for this, all I need to do is turn on the vehicle. So I don't want to start it, just turn it on. All right, and then we need to go to the actual radio. Right here, and then clear cells. So if you did have codes, you could clear all your codes right here. Marry, yes, we want to marry. And close the door so get rid of that dinging. All right, so now it's married to the device. So you can go into performance settings and you can set your tires. So my tire size are already set at 37. Don't need to mess with that. Then gear ratio is 410. Don't need to mess with that. So a lot of these settings you don't want to mess with. This one's kind of cool if you want to turn off your tire pressure monitoring system. I don't want to, but I have it on as yes, so I'm going to leave it like that. And then you can actually set your tire pressure low. So a lot of you that do off-roading, you can set your tire pressure. I usually run mine at 12 pounds when I deflate the tires. So you can actually set this at whatever PSI you want so that it doesn't turn on your dummy light, your tire light. So I got 37 in front, 37 in rear. I'm going to leave those like that for right now because I want to make sure they're good on the road. Radio options. Camera, yes, I have a camera, so we'll leave that. Cargo cam, I don't have. Now you can actually, if you get the adapter, you can plug it into the back of the radio and you can use, you can plug in a DVD player or you can plug in, an adapter so you can watch videos or whatever, but I don't have that, so I'm going to leave that no. Travel link, no. So if you have a Jeep product or you have this, the 8.4-inch screen, you get those notifications all the time that pop up, says there's, it's windy down in Southern California and whatever, and I hate those, so I'm going to turn that off. I hate it. Travel link, no. Off-road pages, yes, I want that on because I do have that app. So lighting, you can go through your lighting, daytime running lights. You can change all the settings for all this stuff. Dedicated DRL drop, I'm going to leave that yes. Fog's enabled, yes. Fog drop, yes. So what the drop is when, say I put my high beams on, it'll make the fog lights go off or turn off. If I were to put that as no, then they'll stay on with the high beams. But I'm going to leave them as yes for right now. All right. One touch is for lane change. So when you click, your turn signal, you just tap it. It'll give you 3 flashes. Leave that. I don't have halos on here, and I do have LED headlights, but they're manufactured. They're made to work with the computer on the Jeep, so I don't have to mess with that. I do have LED fogs, and the same thing with those, so I'm just gonna leave those no. They're working just fine. All that. Tail light. Trailer tow package, yes. Off-road settings. Alright, so sway bar. Now this is kind of cool because you can actually turn on your sway bar at any speed in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. I'm going to leave it like it is right now so I can just use the button on the Jeep. So I'm going to use that. But if I were to hit no on that, then I can actually turn it on or off manually. So I'm going to leave it as yes. Electronic power steering, yes, does have that. So both my lockers, front and rear, you can disable that if you go to like an air locker or something like that. But I have both lockers, they're electronic, so I'll leave that like that. Front axle, yes. DTCM, don't know what that is, so we're going to leave that yes. And other. And then model number, serial number, don't want to unmarry. Do need to do a full reboot. So this is going to take a little bit, and I'll just come back when it's done. All right, the vehicle is fully rebooted now, and in order for it to work though, you can't just start it up like it is right now. What you have to do is shut it off, and then you need to do 2 full cycles of the battery. So it's about a minute, I think, each. So you need to make sure everything shuts off. So open the door, and then close it again. And this is going to take a minute, so I'll just come back when it's done with the first one. I got to do this twice. All right, screen just shut off. And that one just shut off. So, and sometimes the light down here will come on the shifter. So everything's off right now. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and turn it back on. Let navigation load. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off next time, the second time, and open the door, and close the door, and then wait for everything to go dark again. All right, there it goes. All right, should be good now. Everything's off. And all right, so once you've got it installed, also another thing you want to do is, I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm going to zip tie. Oh, that's going to be hard. I'll show you after I'm done with it. But I'm going to zip tie Tazer in place so that, yeah, this is almost impossible. I need my flashlight. Okay, I think that should probably be good enough. I don't need to get too crazy with it, but you see it's zip tied in place there, and it's not going to go anywhere. So, Alright, so everything's restarted and rebooted now, and I'm going to go through, if I can get this camera to sit right. Alright, so this is in motion, so if you have ever tried to input addresses or anything into your navigation while the vehicle is in motion, it won't let you. This option here lets you turn that off or on. So you see I can turn that on, and on is where you cannot enter things, and if you turn it off, that will let you enter information while you're driving. Next thing is your turn camera. So when you turn on your turn signal, it would automatically turn on your rear camera. And I've had that on before, but it gets kind of annoying, so I'm just going to leave that off. Your hood alarm, so you can set this on. So if anybody, because you know Jeeps don't, they just have the latches on the outside. There's nothing on the inside to unlock the hood, so you can actually just come along. So I'm going to leave the hood alarm on. That way when the Jeep is locked with the key fob, somebody opens up the hood, it'll automatically set off the horn. So that's a good feature to have on if you don't have an alarm system. And dark mode, so when you're parked, even if you have your lights off, all of your daytime running lights are still on. So you can hit dark mode, you turn that on, and it just turned off everything. Let's turn that back on. So dark mode shuts off all your lights, inside and outside. And alarm, dark mode. And the next is that's a new one. I don't know what that is. I have to research. So I'm gonna leave that off because I don't know what it is yet. And brake number 6. Let me look that one up because I don't know what that is. That's interesting. Video, so I don't have any video right now. That's where you can hook up that accessory, the plug, where you can watch video while you're driving. I don't recommend that. And this is a vacuum on the engine, so if I rev it up, that's how much vacuum is going through the engine. And then this is your 0 to 60 times. This is the timer. And then here's the winch setting. So if I'm going to be winching, then I can turn this on, and it will bring the RPMs up to 2,000. And those are the live settings. So right now, I'm going to turn on light show, and you see light show is on. Alright, let's turn that back off. And you can program up to 6 different light shows the way. So like this is number 5, so it just depends on how you want to have them show. And go to light show. Turn it off. Alright, so back into the settings. And that's it for those settings. So those are live settings, and those are available when the vehicle is turned on. So the other settings I was in earlier are the base settings. Those are the things you can go in to set your like differential sizes and your whatever other settings you want to set on the vehicle. But like I said, there's 2 different settings. So you have your base settings, and then you have your live settings. So the live stuff is the stuff you can use while the vehicle is running. Alright, and that's it. Alright, so everything is installed and remarried, and I have the light show function on right now. So this is kind of cool if you're stuck on the side of the road, or if you just want to show off some LED lights. And then there's all kinds of other functions that it does, which is really good. So like for my winch, if I need to winch, you can actually raise your engine RPM up to 2,000 and it'll hold the engine RPM while you're winching. That gives you more power to your winch. So anyway, everything's installed, it's back in, and let me go turn the lights back on. So in the morning, excuse me, in the morning, man, sorry, in the morning I'll be taking this down to get it all cleaned up because it's rather dirty right now. So I like doing a lot of work myself. However, for where I take it, what they charge me, they do a really good job, and I just rather let them do it. So it's going to get a wash and a wax tomorrow. All right, till next time, thanks for watching. Hey everyone, Sean here. I just want to thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.